Hi, in this video we are going to see about a Java web application project which is entitled as Online Tuition Management System. Before seeing the execution of the project, let me brief about this project. So we all know that nowadays tuitions are increasing day by day in all over the world and every places, because every parent is working and they cannot able to teach their students at their home. So as the tuitions are increasing, many students are joining a particular tuition, and in all the fields the automations are coming, and in the tuition management system is also one kind of automation where they can automate the entire tuition process. Especially they can have the details of their students, they can able to mark the attendance, they can able to see the fees details, and they can able to update the progress of the student, and they can check whether the homework was completed or not. So these kinds of main functionalities will be done over this online tuition management system. So here in the existing system you can see it is all completely done the manual process. So they need to check for every student whether the student has paid the fees or not, or they need to check whether the student has completed the homework or not, and they need to update to the parents regularly. And in existing system they need to check for the marks and to check what is the average and every kinds of details. So if the number of students is more, they cannot able to maintain all these track records manually on the paperwork or Excel sheet. So these are the disadvantages, which is consisting of inefficiency, data inaccuracy, limited accessibility, lack of timeliness, difficulty in record keeping, limited analysis, security concerns, difficulty in scaling, limited student involvement, resource intensive, dependency on individual, and ineffective audit trail, difficulty and identity verification, paper waste, and all kinds of things. So to overcome all these issues and to have some innovations and updates, so we have developed this proposed system. So this proposed system contains about the details of the proposed model that we have developed in Java and MySQL. And here you can see the advantages of the proposed system, which overcomes that disadvantage that is mentioned in the existing system. So system architecture contains of two entities, that is admin and the student, where the admin adds the student, and student can able to see the profile, and they can see the attendance, and they can see the progress details. So here you can see the module details of the project and module descriptions of the project. And finally comes the system and hardware requirements, where we have developed this project in Java, front-end part and using JSP, HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and IDE we have used is Apache NetBeans IDE 16, and database is MySQL. So now let us see the execution of the project. So first to open Apache NetBeans IDE 16. So once after opening Apache NetBeans IDE 16, we need to import the project into the NetBeans IDE. So for that purpose, first go to the file menu and click open project. Now go to the source code location. In the source code folder you can find the tuition management system and select open project. Now kindly wait till the complete project is being loaded into the NetBeans IDE. It takes few minutes. So meanwhile let us attach the database in the MySQL. So just go to the MySQL administrator. So just log in with the credentials of username and password as root and click OK. So now go to the restore option, which is in the left side panel, and then click the open backup file in the right side. So now go to the source code folder where you can find the database folder. So in the database you can find the database of the project. Just select it and then click start restore. So now you can see the restore operation was finished successfully, and you can close this, and you can close this MySQL administrator also, because we have successfully attached the MySQL database part. So now coming back to the NetBeans IDE, you can see the project is been now completely loaded into the NetBeans IDE. So now we can run it. So just right click it and then select the run option. Now kindly wait till it is being transferred to the browser part. Now it asks for the authentication, username and password for the Tomcat server. I have given admin and admin, so I'm giving OK for it. And now you can see the home page or the welcome screen of the project with the project title, online tuition management system. And here you can see the options of admin login, student login, and contact us. And you can also log in with the same, that is home is by clicking the home icon, or you can go with the admin login on for the student login. So here the student cannot able to register, only the admin can able to register, and they, after adding the student, they need to give the username and password to the student, then only they can able to log in into the system. This is to avoid unnecessary or intermediates into the system. So first let me go to the admin login. So just click the admin login, so it will be navigated to the admin page. So just enter the default username and password as admin and admin. So both or same username and password, both are same as admin and admin, and then click the login button. So now it will be navigated to the admin's home page, where you can see the options of admin home, add new student, view student details, add attendance, view attendance, payment fees, view fees details, update the homework details, view the homework details, insert student report, and view student report. So let me show you all the things one by one. So first thing is like adding a student. So just click the add student part. So once after clicking add student part, it will be navigated to the add new student page, so where you need to enter the details of the student. So for example, I am giving the student name as JP, father name as JPF, and email ID as jp@gmail.com, date of birth 16/5/1986, age as 37, nationality as Indian, contact number as my contact number, address as my address Pondicherry, date of joining as 01/08/2023, and you can select the photo. So I'll just give you some sample photos in the project folder. You can select any one of them. For example, I'll select this photo and then click add. So now you can see the message is success, and also it will navigate to the select subject. So once the student is added, it has to select the number of subjects. For example, in a tuition, a student may select few subjects, so he may come for that subjects only. So for that purpose we have kept this option. So the admin will be adding which subjects the student has joined for this tuition. So for example, I am adding sorry, I'm adding few subjects here. So let me add geography, accounts, chemistry, physics, biology, science. So let me add these 6 subjects here and then click submit. So now you can see student information added successfully, and click OK. So now if you go to view student details in the admin, you can see the details of the student with the student ID, that is 1, because I have created the first student right now only, and the student name you can see JP, and father's name you can see the photo which I have selected, and you can click view more and see the complete detail that is given by the admin for the student. So now let me log out from this part, and first let me go to the student login now. So in the student login, as I said, the student cannot able to create the login, so we have created, admin should add the details. So once admin has added the details, the username and password will be created in the D drive of your system. So just go to the my PC D drive, where you can see the tuition management folder, which is automatically created. Here you can see the date and time, 24/8/2023, 6:23 p.m. so same time. So this is automatically created, you don't need to create anything. This is automatic, and here you can see it is created a notepad file with the email ID what I have created. So here email ID is a unique one. If I am giving a same email ID to different student name, it will not accept, because we are creating a unique email ID, unique ID for this, and based on that only the notepad file is now created. So just let me open this. Here you can see the student login and ID has been created. The student ID is JP and the password has been created. So now let me log in with the student ID and the password in the student login page, and then click login. So now you can see the login is success, and it is navigated to the student home page. In the student home page, you can see the details of the view profile details, view attendance details, view mark details. So just go to the view profile details. So just go to the view profile details. You can see the profile of the student. This is the profile JP that I have created, and you cannot edit anything. This is added by this information is added by the admin. You can just verify those information. And if you go to view attendance details, you can see there is no any attendance. View progress details, there is no any progress, because that admin has not added anything. So now let me log out. So now what I'm going to do is like, let me create other user and show you. So let me go to the add new student. So other student, I'm creating some other student. Now I'll create some other student called XX. I'll give the name as XXF and email ID as xx@gmail.com. And date of birth, let me give some date of birth, and age, let me give nationality, contact number, address, and date of joining, and let me select some student photo here and then click add. So now you can see it is navigated to select the subject. So now let me select the different subjects for this student. I'll select subject as English, Tamil, Hindi, Maths, Statistic, Science, and let me click submit. So now you can see the student information added successfully message and click OK. So now, as I said you before, so now first let me show you the view student details. So here you can see first there was only one student JP, and now you can see the other student XX is also been added here. So as I said earlier, just go to the D drive tuition management system folder where you can find the xx@gmail.com. This is automatically created. Now you can see the date and time. It is created right now instantly when I have created. So here you can see the username and password has been created for this student XX, and let me log in and let me see the details that they created for the admin, and it is also empty right now. So because we have not added anything. So now let me log out. Now go to the let me go to the admin part and show you the other parts of the functionalities of the project. So now we have seen add student, we have seen view student details. Now let me go to the attendance record. So now the tuition manager or tuition teacher can able to mark the attendance. So just you can see the student ID here. So once if they select the student ID, it will be listing all the students that is added. So now I have listed 2 students only, so it is showing 1 and 2. If I am adding some other third student, it will be showing the ID here 3 also. Let me show you that again. First let me select the student ID 1. So now you can select the date. So for example, I am selecting today's date. Now I am marking the attendance as present and then click add. So now you can see the student attendance insert successfully and click OK. So now if you go to the view attendance details and select the student and which you have marked, you can see it is been marked as present. And another thing is like in the attendance record, for example, if I am selecting the same student and same date, so let me show you what happens. If accidentally I have already marked the attendance for today, but I am doing the same date again, so now you can see this student attendance is already inserted. So it validates that it is already been marked also. And here in the view attendance details, you can see you can see the attendance of the complete student by selecting the ID. So I have selecting the ID of 1 and showing the details. For example, if in the attendance record I am marking the attendance of yearly attendance as 23/8/2023, I am selecting as absent and click add. So now you can see the attendance is added, and if you go to the view attendance details, I am selecting the student. So here you can see the date 23/8/2000 is absent. So in this way, if I am marking any number of attendance, if I want to track a complete attendance of the complete student, it is been tracked everything. So in attendance record, now what I'm going to do is I'm selecting the second student and selecting today's date and selecting as present and add. So it is added successfully. So now in the view attendance details, if I am not selecting the details, I am wanted to select the date. If today's date, who are all present, I want to check for this option. I'm clicking this search. So now you can see I have marked attendance for the date for both the students JP and XX as present. So it is updated here. So if I am seeing the attendance of yesterday's date, I have marked only for one student. So it is showing only one student, that is JP is absent. So in this way, the attendance completely marked and tracked completely. So in any number of students or any number of days you can do it. So next, coming to the other feature, that is fees payment record. So fees payment record is also works in the same functionality, that is you can select the student. So first time select the student 1 JP, and what I'm going to, I'm selecting the date when he is paying the fees. Today he is paying the fees, so I'm selecting today's date. So let me select whether he is paid the fees or not. So I'm selecting the fees, JP has paid the fees, and click X. So you can see student fees inserted successfully message and click OK. So if you go to view payment details, and if you select the which student has paid the student fees or not, so I'm selecting the first student and clicking, you can see the fees is being paid. of the particular student. JP is being paid. So in fees payment record, I'll select second student and today's date, and let me select he is not paid the fees and click insert. So it is updated, and if you go to payment details and if you select the particular student, you can see it is the student is not paid the fee. So if they wanted, the admin wanted to see all the payment detail for the particular date till date, so if you select the date and click search, you can see first student JP has paid the fees and XX has not paid the fees. So in this way the fees details tracks are being monitored here. So next comes the homework progress. So homework, so in any all the tuitions, students will be given in the schools or college, they will be giving homework, and in the tuition they will be completing it. So in case if they are completing or not completing, the parents or students should be noted on that. So for that purpose, the admin should be take track record of which student is done the homework or not. So for this purpose, first let me select the student ID, and I'm selecting today's date. So this student is completed the homework or not. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting completed and click OK. So if you go to the view homework details, so the admin can see the details that this student JP today's date is completed the homework or not. So in this way they can check in case if I in the earlier days if I am not completed the homework or not. In this way they can check and know the student progress is good or not. So I'll go to the view homework details, add homework progress rate, and let me select student 2, and let me select yesterday's date, and let me select incomplete and insert. We select IDE 2 and today's date, and again I'll select incomplete and insert. So if you go to the view homework details, you can see the details of the homework that is given. So student ID 2, it is yesterday is incomplete, student ID 1 JP is today is complete, and today 2 is incomplete. So all the details is being tracked over here. So now coming to the next part, that is the student progress report. So in the like in the schools, in the tuition also, they will be keeping some tests to evaluate the progress of the student. So for that purpose we have kept this option. So you can select the student, so which student you wanted to enter the details. So just select the student and click insert. So there are many number of students, so they cannot able to track all the marks and percentage and everything. For automating that purpose, you can use this option. So admin select the student and sees the photos of the student, and they can select the date, so when the test is connected. So today is the test is connected, so I'm selecting today's date. So geography, accounts, chemistry, physics, biology, these are the subjects that is selected by this student. So that details only will be updated here. So if the student 2 selected different subjects, so those details will be updated there. I'll show you that also. So I'm giving the mark as 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. So I'm giving mark as 90 for all the subjects, and I'm giving add. So now you can see student marks are inserted successfully, and click OK. So now I'm going to see the student progress report. So just click the view student progress and select the ID which student I have given 1. So I'll select 1, and now you can see here student ID 1, student name, date I have given, and marks of the 6 marks I have given, all the 90. So all things, and here you can see it automatically calculates the total. So the total is 540, and the average percentage is 90%. So this student has scored 90%. This is calculated automatically. So if I'll show you the example for other students, so let me use student progress report, and let me select X and click insert, and this is the student details. So here, as I said, so you can see the subject is changed because this student is different subject, so those details are being entered. So let me select the admin selects the date of the test, and let me select the mark as 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, and let me click add, and here it is added. And if you go to view student progress of the student, and let me select the second student and click insert, and now you can see the student ID 2, the name of the student XX, and you can see the 6 marks all are 30, and total is calculated by the system automatically 180, and the average is 30%. So even if there are 100 number of students, this makes easier for the admin to make the calculations and make the record keep tracked with the total and the average score of it. So let me log out from this part. Let me go to the student login. So in the student login, first let me go to the JP, the first student, and show you. So username is JP and the password I'm given. And if you go to the view profile details, you can see the profile of the student. This already I have shown you. So let me go to the view attendance details. So earlier you can see it was empty. Now you can see the attendance details. Student can see that their attendance, which date they have came or not. So this is can be tracked by the student or the parent, both the person. So the parent can also see that the student is present today or absent today. And if you go to the view progress details, you can see the mark details of the student, which is marked by the admin. This is also for both students or parent can able to see, so that they can see the progress of their student. So now let me log out from this student. Let me go to the second student XX, and let me log in. And if you go to the profile, you can see the profile of the student, and you can see the view attendance details to 1 day is present. And if you go to the progress, you can see the progress of this student. So we have seen the student part from. So here in the admin, we have completed the adding student, view student details, attendance record, attendance details, viewing, adding the payment fees details, viewing the payment details, homework status, and also viewing the homework status details, and progress, adding the progress report, and also viewing the student progress report. So all the functionalities we have covered in the part right now. And let me log out. And this is all about the project online tuition management system using Java. And thank you for watching.